Number 10, the fake billionaire. In 2020, a flamboyant Nigerian Instagram user known by the name Hush Puppy was busted in a cyber scam worth millions, $431 million to be exact. Hush Puppy's real name is Raymond Abbas, and he has 2.4 million followers on the popular social media platform. He doesn't really do a lot, he just shows off his lavish lifestyle of driving luxury cars, wearing designer clothes, and flying across the globe on private jets. However, his life of leisure all came to an end when he was busted in Dubai for a crazy scheme in which he ripped off credit card information from innocent people. All of this wild and absurd posts of him holding up money to his ear like it's a phone and smiling with all his gold chains caught the attention of government agencies. They discovered he was targeting victims overseas by making fake websites. These websites were merely copies of well-known companies and banks. He got people to put in their credit card information and then was able to steal their hard-earned money. Raymond passed himself off as an extremely wealthy real estate developer, but the whole truth is that he was just a great big scummy scamming fake. Apple, Instagram, and Snapchat records are all detailed at length in an affidavit for the case, all of which helped investigators confirm Hush Puppy's identity and address. His apartment in Dubai was raided by the FBI and Interpol while he was sound asleep. They managed to secure $37 million in cash that he just had laying around his place. The investigators also found about 2 million email addresses from victims stored on computers, phones, and hard drives. And even though he got busted in Dubai, the Nigerian fake billionaire is still accused of fraud in Europe and the United States. He could spend up to 20 years in prison for his crimes. Safe to say he won't be posting anything on Instagram for quite some time. Number 9, living her best life. Security personnel at the 2020 Super Bowl in Miami had to tackle a woman as she ran out onto the field and tried to expose herself to the crowd of spectators and everyone watching from home. The woman was escorted away after a brief altercation with security guards, but she was dead set on revealing herself to everyone. Even as she was being dragged off the field, she lifted her dress up. The attempted streaker was Kelly Kay, an amateur Instagram model. Kelly even posted a picture of herself being escorted off the field on her Instagram account with a rather bizarre caption. She labeled the photo, "Do what you want, when you want. Life's too short to have regrets." Okay, Kelly, we aren't quite sure what you meant by that. So as far as we know, the Instagram model hasn't really gotten into trouble for creating the disruption at the game. Kelly's also been linked to other Instagram accounts responsible for more streaking and flashing incidents at other sporting venues. Wow. It appears Kelly and her friends really are just out here, quote, doing what they want, when they want. Number 8, goodies. The nakedness doesn't end, folks. Natalia Borodina, a popular Instagram model in Russia, was showing off her goodies while vacationing in the Dominican Republic when something horrible happened. The 35-year-old internet star was hanging outside the window of a speeding car while another individual in the car filmed her using a cell phone. She was completely topless during this. It was supposed to be a fun, cool clip for her viewers, but there was absolutely nothing fun or cool about what happened next. From out of nowhere, a lamppost appeared on the side of the road. Natalia's head slammed into the post, and she cracked her skull so hard that her head nearly fell off her body. It's pretty crazy she or the driver recording her didn't see it. We guess they were just too busy with her goodies. The video taken from inside the car was actually online for a bit, but has since been taken down. Towards the end of the video, you can hear the driver screaming as he realizes what has happened to his naked friend. She was immediately rushed to the hospital, but there was nothing the doctors could do to save her. The worst part of all of this is she leaves behind an 8-year-old son. It's believed that she left the boy at home to go do some topless videos. And now, the poor kid will never see his mom again. Number 7, the secret ingredient. In 2017, 21-year-old Instagram model Yamna Fuad got busted in Miami after a string of dates went horribly wrong. She would lure men in with her sexy posts and then meet up with them for dinner and drinks. Except when they weren't looking, she would slip her secret ingredient, aka roofie, into their cocktail. Once her dates were out of it, she would steal all of their stuff, and she did this to multiple men all along the East Coast from New York to Miami. The charges she faces include several counts of grand theft larceny, and last we heard she was being held in jail without bail. According to one of her victims, the Instagram model invited herself back to his place, where she offered him a massage and some drinks, but the next thing he knew, it was morning, and she was long gone, and so was all of his stuff, including jewelry, totaling over $32,000. Several months later, the victim spotted Yamna standing outside of a club. He immediately recognized her and told the bouncers she was a thief. They detained her until police arrived and took her to jail. She's since been connected to a string of other robberies in which she roofied unsuspecting men who were hoping for a good time. Number 6. Psycho. Brisa Dominguez Garcia, an Instagram model, was arrested in 2017 in Florida for trespassing at a hotel and attacking a cop. And to make matters worse for the influencer, she was completely naked during the whole ordeal, even when the police brought her into custody. Lots of nudity going on in today's list, eh? Brisa was found at the Edgewater Beach Hotel in Clearwater by the police early in the morning on July 5th. Employees at the hotel had complained about a disturbance, claiming that Brisa refused to leave the premises. Before taking her to jail, one of the officers tried to give her a towel to cover herself up with, but she refused. She then attacked the officer, slapping him in the face, trying to kick him, and even tried to bite him. It's not really clear what she was doing at the hotel, but the police affidavit did say that she was under the influence of alcohol. Brisa is now facing charges of battery on a law enforcement officer, trespassing, and resisting with violence. Somehow, she was released on bond less than 12 hours later and is still currently posting pictures on Instagram. Do you know any Instagram models that have been in trouble like this? Let us know in the comments below, and while you're at it, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Number 5. Crypto Criminal. In 2020, a Russian rapper residing in the United States was arrested by the FBI for money laundering. The FBI used Instagram pictures as evidence in which the rapper incriminated himself by posting huge stacks of cash in both dollars and Russian rubles. The guy's name is Maxim Boyko, and he was laundering money in the United States using cryptocurrency. He was also conspiring with organized crime syndicates all across the world. The scam may have continued if he had just been a little bit more careful. He flew into Los Angeles with $20,000 in cash and claimed it was from an investment in Bitcoin. The authorities were pretty skeptical though, so they kept an eye on him, began an investigation, and yes, creeped on his Instagram. The guy was literally found out because he wasn't smart on the social media platform. The feds realized he was laundering money and shut Boyko down. Number 4. The Suitcase. In 2019, 24-year-old Instagram influencer Katerina Karaglanova was stabbed multiple times and then put into a suitcase and left inside her Moscow apartment. Sadly, her parents were the ones to find her. After their daughter didn't answer their calls for almost an entire week, they decided to go check on her at her place. They let themselves in with a spare key and were shocked and devastated by what they discovered. But who put her in the suitcase? How did this happen? Ekaterina had a large following on Instagram, and she was also a qualified doctor. She had it all, beauty and brains, and people took notice. One man in particular, 33-year-old Maxim Garayev, became obsessed with her. Police were quick to connect him to the brutal murder. It became known that Ekaterina actually had a twisted relationship with Garayev. He would give her money on occasion, and this led him to believe that she had feelings for him. She did not. She was only using him to fund her attractive lifestyle, traveling around with her new boyfriend. Ekaterina tried to cut it off with Garayev, but he didn't like that. He confessed to police that she pushed him over the edge by mocking him and telling him he would need to save up for a year just for her to want to meet up with him again. He snapped and killed her and then stuffed her body into the suitcase. Number 3. Dumb Dealer. There's been a lot of stupid drug dealers that have been busted selling drugs, all thanks to their Instagram account. This particular bust happened in 2017 in the Bay Area after the suspected dealer let an undercover agent with the DEA follow him on the social media platform. This guy's name is Marcos Hatch, and he was literally posting pictures of narcotics he was trying to sell. He also posted pictures with huge stacks of cash that he made selling those very drugs. Authorities then began monitoring Hatch's account and identified 20 photos advertising prescription painkillers and Xanax. Police believe he used the hashtag Holla to invite customers to purchase illegal drugs. According to the affidavit released by the DEA, they learned of this guy from a different man in the area suspected of dealing drugs. In other words, a snitch. It was one of the easiest investigations ever. The undercover officer requested to follow the dealer on Instagram. He accepted, and the pictures Hatch posted were enough proof for authorities to get a warrant to search his home, where they not only found drugs, but also an AK-47. What an idiot. Number 2. Diamond Bandits. Last year in 2021, Instagram helped the FBI catch a group of diamond thieves who had committed crimes in at least 10 states across the country. These were, quote, smash and grab bandits who were terrorizing jewelers. They are currently accused of pulling off over 30 heists. The robbers used sledgehammers to break open the display cases, and then they would stuff whatever they could into their bags and make a run for it. Not the cleanest of crimes, but it was pretty lucrative. More than $1.5 million in diamonds was seized during the FBI's investigation. The members of the gang all came from the city of Detroit, and the only reason that they got caught is because of social media. It happened when federal officers discovered a peculiar Instagram account called DoItFor_Diamond. Apparently it was used by different members of the gang. One of them had posted a picture on the account wearing a necklace that was stolen from one of the jewelers. It was enough for the feds to connect the dots and lead them to the Detroit gang. 3 of the robbers were arrested while they attempted to break into a jewelry store in Tennessee on June 18th. There were actually 2 groups that would drive to the robbery location from Detroit in separate vehicles. One in a clean car that was either properly registered or lawfully rented, and the other group drove in a stolen vehicle that could be ditched easily after the robberies. Not all of the men have been caught though, because the FBI believes there were at least 10 gang members involved. So we'll have to wait and see if they get caught too. Number 1. Miss Mercedes. In 2021, 33-year-old Janae Gagne, known online as Miss Mercedes, was a popular Instagram model who was found strangled to death in her Texas apartment in an apparent murder-suicide. Janae had 2.6 million followers on the social media platform. The man suspected of killing her is 34-year-old Kevin Alexander Accorto of Florida. He was also found dead inside the apartment from, quote, multiple sharp force trauma. According to a medical examiner who ruled his death a suicide, Janae's family told investigators there was no relationship between her and Accorto, leading them to suspect that he had been stalking her. According to her sister London, who posted on Instagram, she was killed in the sickest way by an out-of-state stalker who had been following the model online. She added, "My heart is gone, my soul is gone." Some of Janae's Instagram followers included famous rappers like Meek Mill, Snoop Dogg, Cardi B, and Megan Thee Stallion. Thanks for watching. Would you rather not be able to use social media or not be able to use cryptocurrency? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you next time on the Bad Badger.